Hari Om, sir.
Hari.
So my name is Bala Murali. I'm into full-time yoga from 2018 onwards. I worked in corporate sector for 22 years. Then due to long time interest, I just came from 2018. I finished a teacher training course in Krishnamacharya Yoga Mandiram. I finished MSc and a PG diploma in yoga and naturopathy. Now I'm learning Sankhya, Vedanta, and little about Vedas. So like Jansi ma'am said, like we are a group of people interested to mainly to learn, and whatever we learn, we want to share. That is one of the initiative of this program. So today we are going to discuss about the first chapter of Yoga Sutra. And we are going to talk about mind. So before getting into mind, there is a special switch in the Zoom. Any of you using, you'll be knowing. You know which button? If you press that button, your focus will become very sharp. You'll be more attentive. If anybody interested, you can try today. That's a camera on video button. This is like one rule we are putting to ourselves. The moment we keep the camera on, our attention will be almost be here. So I'm not saying it's compulsory to all. Those who are traveling, just keep it off. If you try it, you'll be here. Because what I always say is, this 1 hour is not 1 hour, 60 minutes time. It is our life. Right? 60 minutes of our life, we have decided to spend here voluntarily. Nobody forced us. So if we are here, we'll take the benefit. So just it's an option to all of you. Any of you learning first time Yoga Sutra? I have not heard, little I know. Any of you? Can you show? Okay, few people. Very good. So we have some 8 to 10 slides for you. You don't know anything about Yoga Sutra. You don't know Sanskrit. Don't worry, I also don't know anything in Sanskrit. I started without any knowledge in Sanskrit. So we'll go through a few slides, then we'll get into a flowchart. I'll share the screen now. Okay. Now, if we ask you like, what are you? What we'll say? We'll not say definitely I am the body, correct? The whole life, our whole life is what? About my experience. That means my mind. If we say, what are you? You will say, I'm a PhD holder, or I'm a manager in my company. I'm so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so. All those things are your identification with your mind. Your mind get identified with certain things. We call us ourselves as an Indian, as a gender-wise we divide. Many identification we take. So if we ask what is your ultimate experience, we say mind. This is the highest tool I have to experience this world, correct? Whether it is a joy, pleasure, or pain, everything we get through our mind. Oh, body also is there suffering, but body suffering is limited, right? Only if you get a disease or you have some kind of ailment, except that part of time, your whole experience is through mind. Now, the problem with all of us is the mind brings suffering. If you give everything, if we ask you what you want in your life, you please write in a list, we will satisfy all that mentioned in the list. Even everything gets satisfied, after a few days, again the mind will start suffering. This is the nature, right? Not even one day we lived 100% happily. 24 hours in our lifetime, have we lived happily? No, none of us. 24 hours. So mind is a boon or curse. When mind can give so much suffering, mind can give pleasure also, right? So if the mind gives me pleasure all the time, I'm not worried. So sweet, so nice. Life is so nice. But problem is, mind gives me a lot of suffering. How to remove suffering? Today I remove one suffering, tomorrow something else comes. I have top priority list. If top 5 I satisfy, another 5 will come. Always there is top 10, 15, 20. The list is keep on going. Never I enjoyed myself totally. One full day without any suffering. So what Yoga Sutra deals with? Why should I study Yoga Sutra? Because Yoga Sutra talks about complete mechanics of the mind. Completely about mind. It talks about the nature and functions of the mind and how to control, how to gain mastery over it and go beyond the mind. This is very difficult to think. How can I go beyond the mind? It is possible. Because when you say, this is my body, this is my mind, who says this? You are saying only. Who is that you says, this is my mind. So you are someone beyond your body, beyond your mind. Correct? There is some enormous intelligence within us. Any finish your dinner? Anyone? Anyone finish your dinner? Okay. Can you tell me, anyone, what you ate today now for the dinner?
I eat rice.
Rice. Very good. So you took rice. You just put rice, little rice in your mouth. You swallowed. Below the throat, whose control it is? Is it under your control? So all the good part is under my control. I will taste, chew it, enjoy it. The moment I put it, somebody else takes the control. From the throat to the end of digestion, somebody else takes care of it. I never interfere, right? If I interfere, it will be a big mess. I will forget. I'm so busy at my work, right? I forget to operate my small intestine, my liver, what else? So God has given a super intelligence within us. That which makes all these things to function, which is much more intelligent than the so-called mind. We can give any term to it. We can say Atma, Purusha, soul. We'll give something different. That is what me. That I can say it is me, but I don't know about me. I know only about my mind, my body. See, I am inside a car, okay? I know this is car, but I don't know who I am. Like car is a vehicle to me, the body is a vehicle to me. I know about this body, this mind. I don't know who I am. So the answer for all these questions you can get in Yoga Sutras. So we have 4 chapters in Yoga Sutras. We say Pada. Pada means on a gross level chapter. First it's called Samadhi Pada, then Sadhana Pada, Vibhuti Pada, Kaivalya Pada. 4 chapters. We are going to see a little very gross overview of Samadhi Pada. Because if you want to take in detail, it will be a 20 to 25 hour session for Samadhi Pada alone. So 4 chapters, we don't want to get into detail. It consumes time. We are going to see only Samadhi Pada. Before getting into Samadhi Pada, we should know what are the concepts there, right? Suppose I take you to some place. If I tell you, this is the place we are going, this will be like this is a mountain region, you have this, that. If I tell, then you can visualize, you can enjoy it, right? Without telling that, if I start talking about something which you do not know, I may enjoy, but you will suffer, right? You will feel boring. What is this? What are you talking? So to have an overview, we have to see what are the concepts there in Samadhi Pada. So what it says, it talks about what is yoga. And it talks about activities of the mind. We'll come back. What is yoga? We'll come back. If you want to know what is yoga, the classical definition is given in the 2nd sutra. After that it says, you have to control the activities of your mind. Then only we can say you are in the state of yoga. So activities are called vrittis in Sanskrit. See, in your mind, activities are going, right? At present, let us assume mind means brain. Okay, this brain is called mind as of now. Suppose whatever is happening in your brain or mind, should it be under your control or my control? Which you like? Your control, right? Is it happening to your control? It never happens. It is not under my control. I want to sit and meditate. My mind is thinking about what is going to happen tomorrow or what has happened in the past. So controlling the activities of the mind is called yoga. Activities mean vrittis, all activities. He is beautifully putting into 5 activities. Only the mind can do 5 activities. We'll discuss that little detail. So activities of the mind. Now, when the activities of the mind are happening, you need some tools to control it, right? You have a car. When you have a car, steering is there, brake is there, accelerator is there, clutch is there, gear is there. Why all these things? To control the movement of the car. Without knowing this, I cannot drive a car. So you want to control the activities of the mind. What tools I have? What should I follow? That's the next question, right? So tools to overcome vrittis. That means tools to control the activities of the mind. There are 2 tools given. Only 2 tools. There are sub-tools are there. The first tool is practice, detachment, faith. In Sanskrit, it is called Abhyasam, Vairagyam, Shraddha. People don't know Sanskrit. You try to by heart it. These are all the most important words. Okay. If you're not interested, you can leave it. No issue. But remember at least the English word. Practice, detachment, and faith. Another important tool is devotion. You know devotion, right? Whatever meaning you have devotion, keep it. That meaning is wrong. Okay. We'll discuss. Similarly, whatever practice, you know what is practice, right? Doing something again and again and again and again, practice. We are all beautiful in practicing. Something we are practicing, right? You are excelling in your field because you practice something regularly. Otherwise, you cannot be an expert in your field, any field. Detachment and faith. You know about faith? Unshakable belief. You have utmost trust. Nobody can break it. That is called faith. And detachment. We'll come back to this detachment. Very important word. This is not the detachment what we normally think, leaving everything and going. Detaching from family, detaching from the world. When you do practice, you have to get detached from all the distractions. Now, all of you are in Yoga Sutra class, right? Now, somebody is calling you and telling, there is a wonderful program going on TV. What you will say? No, I don't want to go, see it. I am in the Yoga Sutra class. I will see it later. This is detachment. You are detached from your distraction, whatever is distracting. You are a little hungry. You have to be here. After 9, I will take food. This is detaching from all the distraction, because when you start taking food, when you watch a TV, you cannot be here. So detachment means detaching from all the distractions. When you practice, when you start doing every day, the practice, detachment and faith, whatever it is, even in your materialistic world, what you will face? You will face obstacles, right? Nobody will keep quiet. You say tomorrow, like no, or if you join yoga class newly, you go and tell your home, today I joined yoga class. They taught me many things and I should not get anger over anything. Now your people at home will try to test you. Oh, is it? Let me test you. They will test you to a maximum level. Within few minutes, you will fail. So obstacles will come. If you try to follow anything in your life, obstacles will come. You want to get a promotion, you want to work hard, you try to work hard, lot of obstacles will come. Your peers will not like it. The other people whom don't like you will not like it. Even your own body and mind will stop restricting you. So obstacles come from every direction. So obstacles we talk about in Sadhana Pada. If obstacle comes, then Patanjali should give tools also, right? So tools to remove obstacles. So there are 8 tools given to use. If you use the tools and remove the obstacles, what will happen? Samadhi will happen. What is Samadhi? Yeah, somebody die, then we will put them or burn them and construct a beautiful, some construction little with sand, cement and brick. That is not Samadhi. Samadhi means the highest form of meditation. The climax of meditation is Samadhi. In Samadhi, you will get 100% clarity about what you are meditating. You will get different perception of life. So when you remove the obstacles, you will practice, every day you can do practice, detachment and faith. You can follow whatever spiritual path you have taken. That will help you to overcome vrittis. That means you will be in the state of yoga. So what is state of yoga? Finally, getting into self-realization. Now, right side, you see, it's a quick path. Devotion. After devotion, no tool. Straight away Samadhi, and Samadhi will lead you to self-realization. No, these are all, these people look stupid outside, but they are so smart and intelligent people. People who are devotees may look stupid outside, right? What is that? Every time they are chanting Rama, Rama, Krishna, Krishna, like that. But they are very smart people. When you are in devotion, there is no likes and dislikes on your own. You live for something else. You live for your God, for your Guru. You don't have any identity when you live like this. We are not talking about the devoted, so-called devoted people you see in temple. Okay. There are very few, but there are great devotees of the past. This is a culture produced lot of bhaktas, bhakti yoga. When you have that kind of devotion, you straight away get into Samadhi. So on the either ways, both when you do practice detachment and faith, or by devotion, both will lead you to Samadhi. In turn, Samadhi will lead you to self-realization or kaivalyam, mukti, moksha, whatever it is. Is this clear? Somebody newly joined today, is it clear at least where we are going? Okay. Now, we'll go a little detail, okay? Using some examples, analogies, we'll go a little detail, okay? Let's talk about us and our mind. Let's see, like example, let's take this earth as my desires. So we are here because the gravity is pulling towards us to the center of the earth. So my desire is so strong, I cannot escape from earth, right? Suppose I fly an aircraft. I am just overcoming the gravitational force and flying high in the sky. When I fly, I can see people down. They are stuck in the earth. So you can call me, I am a successful person, right? Because I have detached myself from the earth. I am at a very high level. What I can see, you cannot see, correct? My vision is so big, I am so successful. So these people, like aircraft, they are successful people in life. Very successful in business, maybe in their education or in politics, whatever it is. You can call them celebrities, scientists, whatever way it is. They are flying high because they put a lot of practice and they are detached from the normal pull of the earth, the desire. The desire is much bigger, not with a normal little desire. So is mind is an aircraft? Our yogis proved it is not aircraft, it is spacecraft. Because if you think aircraft is flying high in the sky, still the aircraft is under the influence of the earth gravitational force or in the earth's atmosphere. Wherever the earth goes, the aircraft will go. The aircraft cannot escape the earth atmosphere, correct? So the desires may be, the lower desires may be less, but the higher desires are more for the people like aircraft. They are very great, successful people. Their desires are always higher. But when you see our yogis, they are like spacecraft. They can go beyond the earth. They will find escape velocity. They can pierce and get away from the gravitational force of earth. That means all the desires they can overcome. We will see how to make ourselves from aircraft to spacecraft. If we put you in a spacecraft, let's assume this is an aircraft cockpit. So just assume this is a spacecraft cockpit. So you are on the runway, the spacecraft is started moving and you are inside. So many switches, right? So activities of the mind, we can equate to the functions of all these switches. If you don't know the function of these switches, can you drive a spacecraft? You can never drive. You cannot reach the destination. Similarly, without knowing how to control the activities of the mind, you cannot progress further. Is that right? Whether materialistic world or spiritual world, whichever it is. If you control your mind, you can be more successful, either in this world or that world. So spiritually, our mind should be under our control. So how to do it? That is what we need to do. Practice, and lot other tools are given. How to control, how to understand so many switches, thousands of switches are there. How to understand, how to operate. If you and me go and sit in this aircraft and operate, what we'll do? Some randomly will press something. Suddenly, the aircraft might start moving. The moment it starts moving, fear will come, right? Why fear? Because I don't know how to operate. Accidentally, some switches I pressed. That is what happening with us. Accidentally, something we are doing, everyday fear in our life. You do good thing, you will get fear. You do something bad, naturally fear. Whatever I do, the fear, unavoidable. Fear becomes inevitable. Because you don't know how to operate this. Tonight you want to sleep. Do you want to sleep peacefully? There is a button here, sleep button. If you press it, all the thoughts will go. You can have a deep sleep. How many of you know the button here? Nobody know? I also don't know. We don't know because we never read the user manual. Such a sophisticated equipment we have, we don't know how to operate. Similarly, this plane, if I don't know how to operate, I always live in fear. Now, to understand an aircraft, I need to practice every day, right? Go for the training every day. If they ask me to come in the morning, I need to go. Night, I need to go. Keep my focus there. If I feel, no, I want to go for an entertainment. Why? I'll take class tomorrow. I want to eat nicely. If you get attached to all these things, can you do your practice? You cannot do practice. Practice without detachment will not take you anywhere much higher. If you do like that, if you get attached to all these things, you can see right side, this is a runway. In the runway, the aeroplane goes. If you don't get detached, you will be running in the runway only. You will not fly high. Why? You are so attached to the ground. You are so attached to the runway. The runway is useful to some extent till you take off the plane. If you want to take off, you need to leave the runway, right? Similarly, if you want to excel, if you want to become a good pilot, you need to postpone many of your lower desires. Then only you can excel. If I get so much attached to the runway, I will be sitting in the plane. I will be moving round and round and round. I can tell outside people, you know, I'm a pilot. You are a pilot. You never flown in the sky. This is what the difference between exercise and yoga also. Exercise is like running the plane on the runway. It gives some benefit, but not like yoga, because no exercise equipment is available to make your brain sharper, to cleanse something in the brain. When you do yoga, you know all the techniques. You detach from the runway, you start flying. When I start flying in the air, that means I got detached from the runway, right? Detachment. You detach from whatever you don't want. Your purpose is to become a pilot. You get detached from the ground. Now you're flying high. This is called lower detachment. Oh, what is this? This is lower detachment? Yes. What is higher detachment is you escape from the earth itself. That means you escape from all the desires. Oh, is it not? What is my desire? To be happy. I'm moving up. We will see those things. Whether can we live without desire? We will see that. So this is what the technique we are going to see. We are a spacecraft. We can go beyond than what we can think. Now, when you cross the earth, you're driving a spacecraft, you get a lot of obstacles, right? Even taking off itself, you get a lot of obstacles. So Patanjali has given a lot of tools to overcome it. We have to use the tools, because when you fly in the spacecraft, when you go near to other planet will start pulling you. That gravitational pull is so strong, it will try to pull you. You have to escape from that. So a yogi has to do practice and follow the highest detachment till he gets mukti. That is what detailedly mentioned in obstacles and tools to overcome it. If you see, the shortest tool is devotion. You know, instead of going round and round and round, it goes very straight. That's why all bhaktas are really great. You can see all bhaktas, no suffering. They will cry only to reach the feet of Lord. They will say, don't keep me here. Please take me. Life is so wonderful, but I want to reach you. They never complain about life. The good quality of bhakta is, if you are a true bhakta, you never complain about life. Why? What we are is, we go to temple, we believe in God, we know everything about God, and we start complaining every day. When you complain every day, what it means is you are saying God is not right. He's not doing the right job. What I'm supposed to get, I'm not getting. This is wrong, that is wrong, that is wrong, that is wrong. When you start complaining, you are telling God is not doing his job. Then you should not go to temple. We go to temple, still complain. So we are not devotees. These devotees are beautiful people, never complain anything in their life. They're simply happy whatever they get. So this is a separate path. So these are the two paths. Now, what we are going to see, the Mukti Moksha is, let's say the two galaxies are there. The first A is our galaxy. Okay. Now you want to go to B. So B is like self-realization. You are in the A. If you want to travel from A to B is, you have to follow practice, detachment, devotion, all the tools. If you do that, you will come out of your galaxy. You will be in the space that is equivalent to Samadhi. When you still travel in the Samadhi, you will reach a place called B, which is called self-realization. We are going to see each and everything in detail. Okay. This is just a simple example so that we should have some kind of picturization in our mind to listen before entering into the concept. So we are going to travel from where we are to Mukti. So this was the concept we discussed. Now with this, we get into a flowchart. Because the flowchart will be little technical. Hope all of you would have got this flowchart. Is the screen visible? Flowchart screen? Okay. Now you see, the first 4 slokas are connected. The first sloka says, the first sutra says, now yoga begins. Because a master is there. Like us, one of the disciples went to the master and says, Master, I did everything in my life. I am unable to get the happiness. Today I'm happy, tomorrow I'm unhappy. Whatever I do, I have a lot of money. I tried everything. Please tell me the solution to overcome this. The master says, now this is the right time to teach you yoga. Now yoga. If you are a sadhaka, what will be your next question? Yoga? I never heard yoga. What is yoga, master? The master gives definition as what is yoga. Yoga is controlling or mastering the activities of mind. Chitta vritti nirodha. This is the classical definition. We always say yoga means Paramatma, Jivatma, union of body, mind, soul. That's okay. But the definition as per Patanjali is controlling the activities of the mind or mastering the activities of the mind. If I control my mind, if it is in my hands, you can say I am in the state of yoga. Next question is, what happens, master, if I am in the state of yoga? The third sutra. You're telling something about yoga. What will happen if I follow yoga? The master says, if you follow yoga, you will be in your original state. Oh, is it? If I don't follow yoga, what happens? If you don't follow yoga, you will be hijacked by your thoughts. Wherever your thought goes, you will go behind it. If I control my thoughts, I will be in my own nature. What is my own nature? Your own nature is you get rid of all that you collected. You know what is body? Body means collection of food, right? I ate everything. And this small body, when I got born, now it has become a very big body. What is your mind? Collection of all thoughts, impression, what the society thrown at you, what your parents gave, your teachers gave, everything we have put. Now, if you control all that happening in your mind, we can say you are in the state of yoga. That means if you remove or allow whatever you want, if you control all these things, you will be under your original nature. What you want to do, you will do. Every day morning, how many of you want to get up morning 9 o'clock? No. 9 o'clock, I should be at office. I want to get up at 4 o'clock, but you know, I always go late to the bed, so I will get up at 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock, correct? You want to wake up at 4, but you are able to wake up only at 6. This is the not controlling activities of the mind. If I have a switch, I will program it, wake up at 4. I want to get up at 4, but I am unable to do it. This is what the activities are going beyond our control. So if you control the activities, you will be under your control in your original nature. Oh, activities. What are these activities, master? That's the next question. Now green, you can say vrittis, activities. So Patanjali says there are 5 activities. And fifth sutra, he says the 5 activities of the mind can give you painful and non-painful. It can be painful and non-painful. All of our experience can be painful, non-painful, correct? Is there anything third? Anyway, it is in between. If it is neutral, it is in between. So every thought can be painful, can be non-painful. That's what he says. Then in the 6th sutra, he mentions what are these 5 activities. What are the 5 activities? Right knowledge, wrong knowledge, fantasy, sleep, and memory. For all those 5, he is dedicating for each sutra. 7th sutra, he says right knowledge. 8th, wrong knowledge. 9th, about imagination or fantasy. 10th, about nidra. 11th, about memory. Now, can you tell me, apart from 5 activities, can you find any 6th activity? Because whatever I think and do, I end up getting right knowledge, right? Otherwise, wrong knowledge. Otherwise, I can sit and imagine, keep on imagining. Something is not here, I keep on imagining. And I can sleep. And I already have memory. Except these 5 activities, can you name the 6th activity, which is not falling under these 5? Whatever you say, it falls only under this 5. So he says only 5. So it's very easy to control 5, right? 500, very difficult. Only 5. There is a lot of hope. So if you control only 5, you attain mukti. Very nice thing, right? We should be motivated. So only 5, just 5. Only one handful, not 2 hands full, only one handful. Now he mentioned up to 11th is memory. Now, after mentioning, what do you want to know? He explained about the activities of the mind. Now I want to know what are the tools available to control the activities of the mind. So there are 2 important tools: path of devotion, path of practice and detachment. So after 11th, we'll come to the 12th sutra. 12th sutra says, if you practice and get detached, you will be in the state of yoga. That will lead you to the state of yoga. And 13 and 14, he explains about practice. What is practice? How to do the practice? Correct? You should know what is practice. Then only you will practice. Okay, I know practice. How to do the practice? That also I need to know. So what is practice? Practice means steady effort in right direction. I want to become a cricket player. Can I go to football ground tomorrow? The wrong direction. If I go to football ground, I will become a football player, not cricket player. So you have to keep your practice steady and right direction. How to do the practice? Practice means you have to do every day. Long hours, continuously, with complete dedication, sincerity, eagerness, on your willingness. Oh, morning, I woke up, sleepy mind. Oh my God, I need to do yoga. If you have that kind of mind, better not to do yoga. Go for a walking. That is much better. So it is not somebody forcing. I should be lovingly sit and start doing yoga. Now, don't think anybody is there 100% loving and doing. Okay, none of us 100%. It varies. That's all. We should accept. All of us are in that category, but we should increase it slowly. So how to do the practice? I mentioned in 14 sutra. Now 15 and 16 talks about detachment. What is detachment? We have seen detachment means distractions. Whatever is distracting from you towards from your goal. I want to become IAS officer. Okay. Now that is my goal. If I want to write an exam to pass IAS, I need to study a lot. When I study, my friends will come. Come today, we'll go for a picture. Good cinemas come, or we'll go for outing. People may come. I will say no, no. These are a distraction. Get detached from all these distractions because your goal is to pass IAS exam. You already prepared. Detachment is not detachment from your goal. Detachment from your distractions. You have 2 detachment. Lower and higher. Apara vairagyam, para vairagyam. What is apara vairagyam? You get detached from all the objects. The object is there. Coffee is there. You take coffee. You don't want to coffee tomorrow. That means coffee should be there. Your mind should be away from coffee. No, you know how difficult it is. I can leave my job, but I cannot leave my coffee. Is that true? People take one lifetime to come out of coffee. The coffee is consuming us. We are not consuming coffee. So the object should not disturb you. That is the lower detachment. Any object. It may be money, it may be fame, it may be anything. You keep all these things away from your mind is called lower detachment. What is higher detachment? You keep your mind itself away from you. Because mind is also an instrument. You keep away from you. That is called higher detachment. There's a lot thing to say. Just as a summary, we are touching 1 or 2 lines. One is keeping things away from the mind. Second, higher detachment is keeping the mind away from me. You know why you like sleep? Anybody don't like sleep? No, I like sleep. That too sound sleep like. Why you like sleep? Anyone?
Because our thought, there is no thought when we are in the sound sleep.
You are escaping from yourself. Correct? You are coming out of yourself. Your mind is away from you. You're so happy. Whenever the mind is away from me, I'm so happy. But here we are doing consciously, we have to keep the mind away from me. Not unconsciously, because in sleep, I am taken away by sleep. But we do consciously, we can do. When you practice this, when you do the practice and detachment, you will enter into a place called Samadhi. 17 Sutra. 17 and 18 talks about two main types of Samadhi. One is called Samadhi with seed, Samadhi without seed, other. Okay, we'll not get into technical name. Type 1 Samadhi, type 2 Samadhi, or lower Samadhi, higher Samadhi. Two types of Samadhi. Now, Samadhi means highest form of meditation. What will you get in meditation? Very quiet mind. Then apart from what I will get all the knowledge. You know, in Ramayana, Mahabharata, they will keep the bow and arrow. They will close their eyes, do something. And if they let out the arrow, that one arrow become 1,000 arrows. The fire will come, rain will come. You can do magic. In meditation, in dhyana and samadhi, if you gain expertise, you can do a lot of magic-like thing. That means you get a lot of perception, you gain a lot of knowledge, you can control things around you. So samadhi means you get into a higher state where you get knowledge of everything, you can command everything. You will get complete and correct understanding of all the creation that happens in samadhi. Okay? 17, 18 talks about samadhi. Now, question is, okay, is the practice required for a born yogi? There are many people by birth, they are yogis, right? Like Ramana Maharishi, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, very small age onwards, they are yogis. That's the 19th question. So Patanjali says, no practice for born yogis. They will take care of themselves. Which school Ramana Maharishi learned asana? Which school he learned dhyana? That will come to them automatically. So for born yogis, no need to disturb. They will understand on their own. The next question is, okay, for others, is it anything else required? 20th Sutra, Patanjali says Shraddha. The closest English word to Shraddha is faith. Little only you can have faith is the most closest word because there is no equivalent word for Shraddha. So faith means you have 100% strong belief or trust, which nobody can break. That's why faith we use only with two places. One is you can say you have faith with your God or with your guru, because these two cannot be broken. Can I say I have faith with my son? Today he may be little small, I can have faith. Tomorrow if he goes to college, he is going to break, right? When somebody can break, that may be belief or trust. You cannot trust anyone in the life, right? They will break at one point of time, but faith cannot be broken. If you have strong faith in your practice, if you believe in God, or in your practice, then that is required. If you have faith with practice and detachment, that is the best combination for a normal sadhaka. Okay, if I have all these things, when will I reach my goal, master? More intense your faith, closer the goal is. Your intensity is very, very much high, you can reach fast, right? Then the sadhaka says, no, sometime I am high intense, sometime I'm low. One day I can do 1 hour yoga, other day I'm skipping. Then Patanjali says there are 3 people, mild, medium, and intense. Somebody is walking, somebody is jogging, somebody is running. You tell me how much time it will take to cover 10-kilometer distance. When you walk, it may take 1.5 hours. When you jog, maybe 1 hour. If you run, it is half an hour. So he says the distance of the goal varies as per your intensity. If you are mild, medium, and intense, accordingly, the goal is that distant. Then, after 22, he says, if you are unable to follow this practice and detachment, then you can do devotion. If you have devotion, nurture it. This is the other solution. 23. What is devotion? Devotion means, he says, Ishvara Pranidhana here. That means surrendering my action and the benefit of my action to God. You work hard, you do whatever best you can, but you surrender the result to God. Whatever result comes, You have to accept. See, if you get what you like, that is whose effort? Your effort, right? If you get what you like, it's your effort. Who gives it? God gives it, right? Whatever I get, God gives it. If you don't like comes, something you don't like comes, we start cursing. Why? That is also God is giving. Who are you to decide what is good to me, what is bad to me? I will put 100% of my effort. Whatever comes, I happily accept. I dedicate to God. This is called Ishwar Pranidhana. The question comes, who is God? He gives three qualities. In 24, 25, and 26, Patanjali gives three qualities of God. If you find these three qualities, he is God. What is the first quality? He is beyond klesha karma cycle. That means he is beyond birth and death, beyond all the impurities. Everyone has a lot of impurities, right? To get birth in the earth, if you are to get born here, you should have impurities in the mind. We say karma, samskara, vasana. If you don't have karma, you cannot get birth, right? Everybody knows that. There is a cause and effect. The birth is an effect. What is the cause? My karma is the cause. Because of my karma, I am here. So the first quality is he is beyond the klesha and karma. Second quality means he is the seed of all knowledge. Whatever is there and not there, he knows everything. Seed of all knowledge. Third quality says he is eternal. He is the teacher of all the teachers. He is beyond all that. He is the ultimate guru, Adi Yogi. He lives beyond time and space. So he says these are the three qualities of God. If you find these three qualities, then you surrender yourself. That is God. To that entity, you surrender yourself. What is my next question? You're talking about so much God, Master. What is his name? He says his name is Pranava. You know the Om Pranava mantra, which is the base sound. From sound only creation came. Maybe in future if you have time, because that takes another half an hour. How from sound everything came? Sound is the base. Today scientists says vibration is the base. There is no matter. Earlier they said everything is matter, right? Now they say there is nothing called matter. Everybody exists as vibration. You are a vibration, I am a vibration. If we get into atomic level, we cannot see any object. Only atoms are there. Every group of atoms, they vibrate in certain frequency and I get as a form. You are seeing me as a person. I am not a person. There are a bunch of atoms vibrating in different frequency. You are on a different frequency. I am in a different frequency. So you and me are visible to my eyes. So when vibration is there, what will come? Sound will be there, right? Wherever there is vibration, sound will be there. Or wherever there is sound, vibration will be there. That's what we say thousands of years in yoga. Everything has come from sound. So his name is Pranava. Then how to utter his name, Master? You said his name. How to utter his name? Make use of him. He says, do japa. What is japa? You repeat his name continuously. How to repeat? With utmost reverence, complete understanding, you start saying his name. That is what he's mentioning as japa. You know, you have mantra, you can do with mala, you can rotate and do japa. Mantra japa. You can do. That's what he says. Next question is, if I do japa, what will happen, Master? Patanjali says, all the obstacles will be removed. If you do japa, your mind will become so calm, all the obstacles will be removed. Now we're coming back to obstacles. Now when we talk about obstacles, we should know what is obstacles, right? So from 29, we jump to 30. 30 and 31 talks about obstacles. 30th Sutra talks about 9 obstacles and 31 talks about 4 symptoms. See, when you have some ailment, some symptoms should come, right? Like fever, vomiting, giddiness, something should come. So these says there are 4 symptoms. Don't worry about 9. Maybe number is more. You remember only 4. If you get any of the 4 symptoms, then these obstacles will be present in you. Okay, 9 obstacles, 4 symptoms. Now what's the next question? Okay, Master, I understood. Please give me solution. How to find the way out? Please give me some tools. So 32, he says, you should live with single principle. Choose any principle. Live with one principle. Anything you like spiritually. You take one principle, live to it. Like, I will follow ahimsa. I will follow truth. Or it's like I will plant trees. You see, normally on the gross level I'm talking. When you live with one principle, you know, you get a lot of energy. We can see people. No, materialist people, what they will do? I want to start a business. I want to make 1,000 crore business. Or I want to become the managing director. When they keep single goal, they move towards it, right? So spiritually, you live with one principle. 33, he says, have pleasantness of mind. Have friendship with good people, compassion with suffering people, appreciate others' work, good work, and be equanimous. When somebody does something wrong, have stability of mind. So why I should do? To get pleasantness of mind. See, you are living with one principle. If your mind is not calm, what is the use? So principle is to provide the direction. I will reach that. I want to go there. How will you go? You have to go joyfully. So 33 says chitta prasadanam, pleasantness of mind. When you keep your mind so pleasant, you will be more productive. You tell me, when you're stressed, you will be more productive, or when you're so peaceful, you're productive. When I am stressed, my organs will not work properly. My efficiency will come down. This is not yoga. Science says. The science says when you're stressed, your efficiency drops down. Whenever you are in happy state, you can do your best. When you're too stressed, you become like a patient, right? You can't even walk. You can't even think. When you're so happy, you can do 100 people work. So first one is live with single principle. Keep your direction. 33 years. Keep your mind pleasant. Then he mentioned 6 tools. He says, use any one of 6. After these two are compulsory tools. After this, he gives 6, any one you choose. He says, or, he mentioned. Do pranayama, breathing practices, or inquire your senses. And when he said do pranayama, the disciple comes and says, when I sit for pranayama, master, my mind is going in all direction. Somebody is, morning I sit for pranayama, somebody is putting some filter coffee, I'm getting the smell. So Patanjali says, okay, is your senses going? Now inquire the senses. Just inquire where the senses are going, why the senses are going. This is also one practice. Then he says, very difficult, master, give me some tool. Okay, close your eyes, meditate on a light. You visualize a light in between your eyebrows and meditate upon. That's the third one. Our disciple says, I ask you simple tool, you are giving me more difficult. Then he says, okay, don't worry. You be free from all your desire. What? You're giving me more difficult tools? He says, don't worry, already like you, somebody would have crossed, you are into you are a grahastha, somebody has crossed and become much higher state. You follow his footpath. It'll be easy. Then you can get freedom from all your desire. He says, that is also very tough, master. Then he says, okay, are you sleeping every day? Yes. Now inquire, what is dream? What is deep sleep? Who is there in the dream? Who is there in the deep sleep? What is true? You inquire that. Our disciple says, I can try, but that is also a little difficult. Can you tell me one more tool? Then Patanjali says, this is a last tool. You meditate as you wish. You close your eyes and whatever you want, you meditate on that. I'm telling only the gross meaning, okay? Don't take literal meaning. This is a very gross meaning so that everybody can grasp it. These are the 6 tools he has given. So 6 compulsory tools and 2 optional tools. When you follow all these things, what will happen? All the obstacles will be over. When the obstacles are over, you will get into Samadhi. Now here he talks completely about Samadhi. From 40 to 51, he talks only about Samadhi. First, he talks about benefit. Why? Without benefit, our people will not do anything, right? What I will get. So first, Patanjali says, I will tell you the benefit of Samadhi. He says, when you get into Samadhi, you will gain mastery to understand right from atom to universe. Smallest of the smallest, biggest of the biggest. You understand right from atom to the universe, everything. Oh, is it? Next sutra, he says, your mind becomes crystal clear. When mind becomes crystal clear, whatever comes in front of me, I understand immediately. Now, our knowledge is blocking, right? When you see someone, you have a prejudiced mind. Somebody dressed this way, you will think differently. Somebody dressed that way, you will have a different opinion. He says, if your mind becomes pure, then you will understand everything. So these 2 benefits. After that, he explains about different types of Samadhi. There are 4 subdivisions of Samadhi here. In the main subdivision, there are 2 main Samadhi. Under the type 1, you have 4 subdivision, 4 Samadhi, and there is type 2, there is no division. And after that, there is a type 3, or stage 1, 2, 3. In stage 1, he says, Savitarka Samadhi. This is 1.1, stage 1, step 1. In that, you understand your understanding in Samadhi, you will get a lot of understanding, but mixed understanding will be there. In Nirvitarka Samadhi, no mixture. All false things will go, only the truth you will see. So these 2 Samadhi happens on the gross level. So it is the step 1 Samadhi. This is step 1, this is step 2. These 2 are gross Samadhi. In 44th Sutra, it talks about subtle Samadhi. Here the object is subtle. Here also same thing. There gross, your understanding was mixed, then proper understanding. Similarly, here initial understanding will be mixed in subtle level, sukshma level, and nirvichara. Next step, it is perfect understanding of the subtler level. So initially mixed, then the actual one, in the gross, and the next is in the subtle. First is mixed, then the actual. So 4 Samadhi. Savitarka, Nirvitarka, Savichara, Nirvichara. It says in this, the Nirvichara Samadhi is highest, and that will lead you to your own self. Because the 4 Samadhi, the 4th is higher, right? 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. In the 1.4 is higher. When you reach 1.4, you will lead to towards your own self. And 46th Sutra, he says, don't think all these are higher achievement. These are all lower Samadhis. That's called Sabija Samadhi. That means lower level, not high. So you can see Samadhi itself, lower and higher. So all these are lower Samadhi. In 47, he says, now you start practicing again from the lower Samadhi, you start traveling towards higher Samadhi. When you start traveling, you will start knowing more about your true self. In 48, he says, when you start knowing more, your consciousness is filled with truth. That means your mind, body, whatever you call, you are filled with 100% truth. Then 49, he says, the true knowledge is gained without senses. When you are fully filled with truth, you become godlike. Now, you don't need eyes to see. Without eyes, you can see. Without ears, you can listen. Without any senses, you can do things, understand things. Because in 50th, he says, because you get the highest power. That's called Ritambara Prajna. You don't remember Sanskrit word, some highest power. When I get that highest power, without eyes, I can see. Without my 5 senses, I can perceive the world in much, much bigger way. And 50th Sutra, that's what he says. That Ritambara Prajna, highest thing, will remove all your old samskara. You become highest yogi. You are about to get self-realization. You get that highest power that will remove all your karma, samskaras of the past or all the birth. Now that's the highest power, right? Now 51, he says, if you throw that power in the dustbin, then only you can attain self-realization. Something like somebody made you king or queen of a country. After sitting in the chair, within few minutes, you have to resign your job. Will you do it? None of us will do it, right? It is something like that. You have the highest power. You will gain lot of siddhis. If you throw all this in a dustbin, then you attain kaivalyam or liberation, mukti, moksha. This is the grossest way to explain. This is a menu card. You go and want to have a dinner, this is a menu card we are showing. So if you want to go preparation of each and everything, like I said, it's a 20 to 25 hour session if you want to go in detail. So any questions? Anybody?
Vairagya is the main thing, because
yes,
it starts from 1. That is, Vairagya is the main thing. And that is why in the 51st also, the final Vairagya you have to practice, isn't it? Having acquired all this, you again are fitting that also. So the undercurrent is basically the Vairagya.
Without Vairagya, nothing happens. How to get Vairagya? Somebody question. By practice. See, now what is that we are, see, somebody is practicing every day football. After 6 months, what happens? He becomes a good player, right? Any of you played football? Now, today, you are going to start practice from tomorrow onwards. Every day, 2 hours practice. If you practice 2 hours every day football, after 6 months, will you become a good player? Compared today, after 6 months, you will become an excellent player, correct?
Yes.
So that happens because of 6 months practice. That is the consequence, result. Now tell me today, what is the result? What is it we have? All negative emotion, anger, anxiety, tension, stress, all kind of suffering, unhappy. Why it is happening? Because every day we are practicing. Any day we miss to practice this, every day we are stressed out. Every day we have negative emotion. We don't forget even a single day practicing it. When we practice every day negative thing, only negative will happen. You can take charge of your life. You start practicing something positively. After some time, things will change. We need to reprogram ourselves. That is the only way to have the highest detachment. Any questions?
But I'll quit something only when I know the uselessness of it. Okay. So that
Only
means I will quit a thing, anything, when I know the uselessness of that particular thing. So once if I have realized that what I'm attached to is of no use to me, or that is not my true nature, that is when I will quit it, not before
Correct.
that.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's why the scriptures will help. Like Jansi ma'am said initially, why you need to read all the scriptures? That shows the truth. What I am. What is that going to be permanent? What is that going to be temporary? What is life? It is going to explain. When we read more scriptures, when we get into a lot of satsang, or when we do swadhyaya, when you do self-study, you see by experience, even without spiritual knowledge, you turn back and see, if you have right kind of wisdom, you took right kind of opportunity. Like that, if I want to know the truth, I should invest. I'm investing 12 to 15 hours for earning, but for life, I'm not investing. So that is not coming. To earn 15,000-20,000 rupees. No, that's a starting salary, at least 20,000 rupees. The first salary, at least today. The lowest salary somebody can get. How much effort you put? 20 years of learning, right? 15 to 20 years, you need to study. 12 years school, then 3 years, 4 years college, then PG. After that, to earn little money, we spent so much of our life to listen or earn knowledge about the spiritual existential knowledge. How much time we spent? So when we spend more time, like Sir said, we will get more wisdom. Then I can leave it. Leaving means not leaving and going. I enjoy the most. When I know something so precious, the time is so precious. Why should I waste it? I will enjoy wherever you put me. So that knowledge will come later. So somebody asked question, will asana pranayama will help me? Yes. You do simple asana. Forget about all other things. Yama, niyama. It has to be done. Take simple asana. When you are doing, how many of you know Tadasana? Very simple. You know Tadasana? Standing on your toes. To do Tadasana, can you do with your eyes open? Sorry, eyes closed? Very difficult. You will fall. If you do any asana, you should not listen to music. You should not think about anything. You should curtail everything, and be here. That means you have to be aware. Your mind should be focused. Your breath should be normal. You have to watch your breath. If you do Surya Namaskar, you have to be here. When to inhale, when to exhale, when to keep the back leg, when to keep the front leg. So much awareness. When you are so much aware and do, you spread that awareness throughout your life. Initially, half an hour practice. You see, slowly that gives a lot of effect. Every act you do, awareness will come. Many times we talk, we let out loose words, right? We suffer. Unconscious action, unconscious words, unconscious living brings suffering. What in yoga does? You are bringing lot of awareness. It not only impacts the body, lot about mind. When you are focused and conscious, you are giving lot of training to the mind. So in asana itself, you have pranayama, you have pratyahara, you have dharana. Lot of things are there asana. But in exercise, it is not there. You can listen to anything. You can keep your mind somewhere and start doing exercise. In yoga, no. Your mind should be here. We never controlled our mind. In asana, we are controlling our mind on a gross level. So that's the step, little step. To get motivation, enough energy, we need to read scriptures. There is no way. Missing single day practice, how it will affect me. No, it's a habit. The modern science says you have to follow 21 days, right? In yoga, we say you have to do one mandala. One mandala means 40 to 48 days. If you do anything for 40 to 48 days, that gets imbibed in you. That becomes a new habit, new samskara. You are programming yourself newly. You watch a picture every day, watch TV, that becomes practice. You want to remove it, you create new habit. Missing one day literally will not give, but the moment you give even one day, something will crop up. So actually it is not one day, not even one moment. You have to think all the time. Yoga, doing asana is half an hour, 30 minutes or 1 hour, that's fine. But if you want to be in yoga, I don't want to talk about self-realization because many new people are there. That's a different dimension where you have to think every day about it. See, what is my possibility? What is my limitation? How to go beyond? From where I have come to where I am going. We have to ask a lot of questions, Swadhyaya. When we do that, that's a path, spiritual path. Any more questions from new people who join? Is it logically appealing something?
Very wonderful session, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sir, if nobody is asking question, then I'll have few more.
Please, sir.
Let somebody ask.
A very good session, sir. I'm very grateful for joining this Samadhi Yoga with you. I think you just started with the tip of the iceberg, the loads to go. I hope this one awakens me fully, just from my heart.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
In that case, can I ask questions?
Please, sir.
And
You
before
see, if
that,
you
I want to thank Om Prakash ji. He provided me the link and I have joined. I am feeling so blessed to be in this part of this session. Thank you so much. It was really a wonderful session, and the way you have presented it is commendable. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Sir,
Yes,
you
sir.
are talking about tools. Under the tools, you are putting devotion to be a tool where, we can reach directly. Now, the second thing is, now, at the base of all our miseries is the avidya. Okay. Now, if the avidya is there, now avidya cannot be removed by devotion alone. So avidya's main tool will be vidya, which will be gyan. So that will be a gyan mark. Then if I am going to Gyan Marg and you are telling me the devotion is the Bhakti Marg is the shortest, so how do I go? How do I do about it? How devotion will remove my avidya? That's
So what
my
is the
direct
use of,
question.
yeah, what is the use of vidya, sir? When I get vidya, what happens? It shows me perception. I can overcome my mind. Avidya puts me, it's a ignorance. It puts me in the deep darkness. Vidya means light. It shows who I am. What is that? Where I am going. I don't get clarity. I get a lot of clarity. When I get a lot of clarity, I can now walk on the path towards the source of light. This is Vidya, right thing. Now, why this obstacle is because I am the obstacle. My mind becomes obstacle to it. So Vidya removes the darkness and give me knowledge. Now, if you take the bhaktas, now if you say the Ishwar Pranidhana, it cannot be practiced. It's not a practice, it's a tool because all of us have emotion. All of us have jnana, everything. But for people, whichever is dominant, we should take a path. If I am a person who always asks question, I should not take path of devotion. I can have little devotion, but that is not my strength. You may be other person, may be a person who never asks question, who always say, why you are talking? God is here. Just keep his hand and just start moving. Don't question. The people are there. For them, devotion is the right path because for them, they don't exist. There is no likes or dislikes. Devotion means you are devoid of yourself. You are devoted to someone. You don't have likes and dislikes on your own. For a jnana yogi, I have likes and dislikes. I ask question. Till I am convinced, I will not leave. Like they say, most of the human being, they have like many people have jnana, other people have devotion. Predominantly, the emotion is so stronger in females. For males, the questioning mind is more. It can be like, I'm saying majority. So when you have a questioning mind, don't talk about devotion. You enjoy the little devotion, what you have. But somebody don't ask question. They simply they go. They always say, we have seen our father, mothers, grandmothers and all, there are people, no, don't see, God is there, he will take care. When you go and say something happened to me, don't worry, God is there. For such a simple and innocent mind, devotion is the best path, but you cannot practice devotion.
Sir, why
How-
do I beat around the bush when I am being told that just chanting Om, Pranava will get me through? So let God handle it. I don't know the meaning of Om. I am a Murg. I am a uneducated Murg Bhakta. I just chant Om. And slowly, the God, if he wants to reveal the meaning to me, he will reveal to me. If he does not, that is his problem. I have got full devotion. That is his
Yes.
problem. So why do
You-
I go beating around the bush?
No need to go, sir. If you have that kind of innocent mind, yes, japa will take you. But very few people are there. Now we see devotees been going to temple. Temple and spirituality, no connection. Because in temple, you go with a list. I need this, that. You go to complaints. But devotion means you don't have any complaint. Is anybody here? I will not ask any question. No question about no complaining about my life. I don't have any complaints. No, very less. But what it says is, if that is dominant, because at all times, you take thousands of years, there are a set of devotees. They're always there. Even now, or earlier. If that is strong, you can do. But if you have a questioning mind, no need to do. If I have a questioning mind, I need to beat around the bush till I get jnana.
Thank you, sir. I mean, I just thank you.
Yeah. Who said ISKCON? Yes. Somebody, if you're following ISKCON or anything, there's a devotional path. You know, karma yogis will say, how karma yoga will remove. What is karma yogi? You do something. You know, if you have gone to any ashram, you can see somebody will be in the kitchen for 10 years. If you ask, he will say, this is my sadhana. Preparing chapati, preparing some rice, this is my life sadhana. They do like that as sadhana. It is based on what attitude you have. You can do anything as sadhana. They are so innocent mind. And they will say, I don't want to listen to any satsang. You give me work, I simply do. What for you're doing? You're not doing for yourself. That person is not doing any work for his family or himself. He is doing for ashram, doing for others. They are simple mind. They are blessed with not gathering the knowledge. But when we gather knowledge, that's also fantastic path. Who said Jnana Yoga? It may look long, but that's the, when our intellect is strong, let's take that path. Whatever tool I have, it's better to use the tool. If I don't have the tool, why should I struggle for something else? So if you have jnana, go towards jnana marga. If you have devotion, bhakti, go towards bhakti marga. No, you are not interested. You want to do little simply karma yoga. Do karma marga. There are many margas are there. So we can choose whatever path suitable to us.
Thank you, sir. Just wanted to say it was a wonderful session and really enjoyed the brief overview of the first pada. I would like to know if you would also be touching upon the remaining 3 padas. Would be really interested to attend.
We'll do it, ma'am. We'll do it in the future for sure.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Also, your mail ID, sir. If you can tell us your mail ID, please.
To everyone, sir, or to you? You want the mail ID or?
To everybody, sir.
I don't see the mail, sir. You can WhatsApp me. My number is there.
I'll do that. We'll do that, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you all. Jansi ma'am, you want to say something?
Thank you, sir. Thank you
Thanks
so
for
much.
the session. Yeah, we'll end the session with Omkar and 3 Shantis. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hari Om.
Thank you, sir.